Today I am at the Dolan Nature Sanctuary, a small area of natural land that is preserved by a local group along the Coldwater River. The Dolan Nature Sanctuary is located north of Freeport on Baker Avenue or Wood School Road. The Dolan Nature Sanctuary has a very small parking area that can maybe hold 5 or 6 vehicles, and you can see I am actually the only vehicle here. However, it was also snowy and rainy today when I arrived. There is a small section of the North Country National Scenic Trail, a hiking trail that runs through several states, that runs through this section here and goes from the parking lot back to the river. I was actually asked to come here today by the North Country Trail Association because I am a certified sawyer for the trail that's certified through the National Park Service to cut up trees that fall or pose a hazard. Each North Country Trail Association chapter has a handful of certified sawyers, and I am one of them for the Chief Noonday chapter. They also asked that while I am out here, I fix the section of boardwalk at the very end here that has been moved or washed out of the way, because they are going to be having a local group hike in this section, and they don't want it to pose a hazard for any people coming out to do the group hike. This looks like the section of the boardwalk that they are talking about that needs moved around to make it a little safer to hike. And I can see the downed trees that they were talking about off into the distance there as I approach the end of the boardwalk. What they did not tell me is in the middle of these two trees is a huge vine of poison ivy. And I can get poison ivy, I swear, just by looking at it, so this should be a little problematic. After getting the trees all cut up and the poison ivy moved, I decided to go for a hike and follow the North Country Trail to the very end of the section here. So we're going to take a hike and see what this section looks like. It's about 0.8 miles long, give or take, and actually runs to the road, not to the actual parking area. The section from the trail to the parking area is considered a spur trail and is not a certified section of the North Country Trail. Through this section, the river here, it's pretty shallow, and a lot of people come here for fishing. This time of year, early spring, red sucker do run through the river, so it's a good area to come to if you're looking for a quiet spot to sit and sucker fish along the river. And the farther down the trail you hike, the less and less road noise you hear, and you get completely away from the houses that sit along the road. This is an out and back hike, one of the few sections of the North Country Trail that is an out and back here in Michigan. Most of the trail is continuous right from Ohio up through Wisconsin, but this is a certified North Country Trail section that is an out and back, so keep that in mind if you come here hiking. Even though it's an out and back, it's a totally worth it hike.